Are you a musician who struggles to hear yourself during worship? Or maybe you're a vocalist who just wants to protect your hearing from loud stage volume? Or you're wondering, are in-ear monitors really worth it? Well, then this video is for you. I'm doing something fun today. I'm going to be unboxing my custom in-ear monitors that I just received and also sharing with you why I believe every worship team needs to consider in-ear monitors. And stick around to the end because I have a free resource for you to help you build the best mix for you and your team. Hey friends, Amber here from The Worship Life, helping worship leaders and musicians just like you grow in their skill and spiritually so that you can lead with excellence and confidence. I want to talk about what in-ear monitors actually are and why they're a game changer for worship teams. In-ear monitors, often called IEMs, are small earphones designed to fit snugly in your ear canal, giving you a personal mix of the music and vocals on the platform. Instead of relying on loud floor wedges or house speakers, you hear everything clearly right in your ears. Custom in-ears, like the ones I'm unboxing today, are made from a mold of your ear so they fit perfectly and they seal out the outside noise. That isolation lets you run your mix at lower volumes, protecting your hearing over time. Inside each in-ear monitor are tiny drivers. Think of them like miniature speakers. Most high-quality IEMs have multiple drivers for different frequencies. One or two for bass, the low end, one for mids, and one for highs. The more drivers you have, the more detailed and accurate your sound will be, which is huge for pitch accuracy when singing or playing an instrument. So let's talk about the benefits of in-ear monitors. They protect your ears from loud stage volume. Many of us remember what it's like to use floor wedges. Maybe you still do, and you know the struggle of every vocalist wanting themselves turned up so they can hear themselves, and it just gets louder and louder and louder, and that is not good for our ears. Cleaner platform, no bulky monitor wedges on the floor. Better pitch accuracy for singers. Everything changed for me when I moved from floor wedges to in-ear monitors. I could hear the piano so much more clearly, which helped with my pitch because the piano was my pitch reference. I could also hear my voice a lot more accurately. So how I was using my voice and my approach and all the nuances to my vocals, I could hear them a lot more clearly and pay attention to what I was doing. Consistent personal mix every time. When you use in-ear monitors, then you have the ability to adjust levels in your ears for instruments and vocals, and it creates a space that sets you up well. As opposed to when you're using floor wedges, you have no control. Everything is just playing loud on the platform, and you cannot adjust volumes, and so it's really hard on your hearing, and it's also hard to hear yourself. Another benefit of in-ear monitors is the ability to use track enhancements, click, or MD talkback. Maybe you want to start introducing tracks in worship, even if it's something simple like a cello or a pad. Or maybe implementing a click so that your team can play together in time. It tightens up the band and they're playing in unity. Or you want to have an MD that's talking in a microphone and giving direction to the band. All of these tools can only be utilized if you're in ear, not if you're using monitor wedges, because that will bleed out and the congregation will hear that. So there are many benefits to using in-ear monitors, but I want to give you one quick tip. If you're going to use them, you need to leave both of them in your ears at all times. Now, I know sometimes people want to take one out because they want to hear the room, they want to hear the people singing, and that's understandable, but in the long term, it is not good for your ears. Why? Because it exposes each ear to a different dB level, which can cause long-term damage. Plus, when one ear is out, you tend to crank up your pack to hear the click or the MD, which can make it even worse. Another reason it's not a good idea to take an ear out is because the click could be so loud that it bleeds into your vocal mic if you're a vocalist, and your tech team is not going to want that. Instead, use room or house mics. And if you don't have those, then you can pop the in-ear monitor out just a teeny bit so it still stays in your ear, but you can hear a little bit of the room. And if you decide to get custom in-ear monitors like the ones I'll show you today, many of the companies have an option where you can get an ambient port, and that allows you to hear some of the room without compromising your hearing. Now, before we get to the unboxing, let's talk about the ear mold process, because if you want custom in-ear monitors, you'll need impressions from an audiologist or an ENT. The first step is making an appointment with an ear, nose, and throat doctor or an audiologist. They insert a soft foam block in your ear. It's quick and painless. You'll notice I have a bite block. That's because I'm a singer and I want to make sure that the molds fit tightly even when my mouth is open. They fill it with that silicone material and let it set for a few minutes. This is what my ear molds look like. Then I send them off to the manufacturer. Fast forward, here they are. Let the unboxing begin. Here's a nice thank you note with instructions. This is a great sturdy case to keep your in-ears protected. And you can personalize your case. This is my older one that has my former name, but I got married almost 4 years ago, so this one has my new name, Amber Pierce. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, they provide you some plugs for the ambient port. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. And a little cleaner and a brush to get out any debris. Oh, they look great. Oh, I love them. A braided cable is really nice. These turned out beautiful. I love them. I cannot wait to give them a test. Let's listen to them and I'll give you some more information. Okay, first impressions. Their packaging has changed and it's very nice, very sleek, black. And so I like that. So I used to get flesh colored so it would match my skin tone, or I would get clear because that's what the church where I was, they required that. So now that I got these on my own, I could pick whatever color I wanted. So I chose black. Shocker. It blends in with my hair. And it has a little bit of a glitter, so you can see just a teeny bit of glitter there. So not too much bling bling, because that's not my style, but just enough to give it a little something special. And then also you can see there at the bottom, that hole, that clear hole right there is the ambient port. And you can plug it up with those little plastic plugs that I showed you. And that will give you just what you're hearing in your in-ears. And I like that sometimes. Sometimes I don't want room noise. I want to just hear the instruments real clear and upfront. But if you want to hear the room, you can take that out. And that will help instead of taking one of your in-ears out like we talked about. It has a little Velcro tie here to keep them together, which I need. Those of you who saw my reel about in-ears being tangled up all the time, it's a real struggle. It's a thing. Can I get an amen? It doesn't matter what I do or how I wrap them up, they end up like this. So this is supposed to help with that. I'm gonna start using this. I've never had that before. One thing I love about these in-ears is this little guy right here that helps cinch up the in-ears around your head, keeps them nice and tight and in place. Not all in-ear monitors come with this, so this is a great option. Another thing I love about these in-ears is they come with a bendable ear loop, which helps keep them in place as well. We've got red with my initials, red for right, so the right ear. So I loop them around and then I'm turning them forward a little bit. And I'll do a close-up so you can see this. And then I'm twisting them in place. And then I'll do the other side. Wrap it around first. Turn it forward. Put it in the ear and then twist it. And they're nice and snug. They feel great. It comes with an 1/8 inch jack. Let's see what they sound like. Wow. I'm getting some nice lows. Mids sound great, but the clarity of the highs as well. So it's very balanced. Great for a vocalist. These sound great. These are UE11s, and I really like the 11s for vocals because I feel there's a lot more clarity in the vocals than some of the other options that they have. So you just go with what works for you. And again, there are so many different types of in-ear monitors, from very, very, very expensive to lower budget and $25. But if you're going to sing a lot, you play a lot, this is what you do the majority of the time, this is a very big part of your life, I would invest in some custom in-ears. I think it's worth it. If you need to save up, that's what I did. If you're only singing once or twice a month or playing once or twice a month, then you could get by with some Amazon in-ears that are, $50 to $200. But just do what works for you. I just wanted to give you my honest opinion. I love these, and I've been a fan for many years. And if you really like the look of these, they have a universal fit option that's not as expensive as the custom fit. If you're interested in these ultimate ears, I've linked them in the description below. Use that link and mention my name to the representative, and you'll get a House of Worship discount, which is a blessing because these are an investment. Now, I totally understand that not everyone has a budget for custom in-ears right now. So I've also included a link to my Amazon store that has some great lower budget options. These won't be custom fit, but they'll do a great job until you're ready to upgrade. Start where you are and upgrade when you can. Before you go, I've got something for you. A free guide to how to build the best in-ear mix. What to put in the front of your mix, the middle, and in the back of your mix so that you're never guessing again. Just click the link in the description and subscribe to my newsletter to grab it. And if this was helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any more worship resources and encouragement. And please share with your friends and other worship team members so they too can be encouraged. You are equipped, you are empowered to do everything that God has called you to do. I'll see you next time.